Hi, welcome to English Composition. I'm Michael Cheng. I'm here with Cher Chen today.
各位同学，大家好，欢迎回来英文作文课程，我是 Cher。
Right, in today's lesson, we will compare an objective narration essay with a subjective narration essay.
好，我们今天的课程呢，我们主要会来比较两种叙事文哦，一种是所谓的客观叙事文，另外一种是所谓的主观叙事文。
Right, now after we learn about these two kinds of essays, you will write your own narration essay based on a video that we'll watch at the end of the program.
好，在节目的最后呢，我们会让各位同学看一段这个影片哦。那各位同学必须要根据这段影片来写出你自己的叙事文。
All right, let's start by reviewing these key terms: narration essay, objective essay, and subjective essay.
好，我们首先呢，先来复习一下几个我们提过的名词哦。第一个呢是叙事文，还有包括客观叙事文以及主观叙事文。
Right, now our first key term is narration essay.
好，我们首先来看的是所谓的叙事文这种文体。
A narration essay is an essay that describes the actions of an event. And so you're usually telling a story about something that happened. And you usually tell the story in chronological order. And this means that you start at the beginning of the story and then you tell the story in order until you get to the very end.
好，所谓的叙事文呢，指的是一种描述事件发生经过的一种文体哦。那你会讲这个故事呢？哦，讲说有件事情发生，那你会通常会依照发生的顺序来讲述它。那这代表说，通常你会从事件的一开头，那渐渐的开始描述这故事的经过，那一直到故事的结尾。
All right, now our second term is objective essay.
好，另外一个呢，我们要来看的是客观叙事文。
In an objective essay, you are telling the facts of a story as clearly as possible without putting your personal opinions or trying to influence your readers into the story. A newspaper story that's reporting about a fire or a robbery are usually written as an objective essay.
好，所谓的客观叙事文呢，指的就是说，当你在描述一个故事的时候，你会把它描述得越清楚越好，而且你不会参加注自己个人的意见，或者是一些其他其他的影响去影响你的读者。那通常像是报章、杂志上面的报道，尤其是像报纸上面在报道像火灾啊或是抢劫这样的新闻案件的时候，通常都是以客观叙事文的方式来撰写的。
All right, now our last key term is subjective essay.
好，下一个我们来看的是所谓的主观叙事文。
Right. A subjective essay is the opposite of an objective essay because you're putting your personal opinions into the story and you are trying to influence your reader.
好，既然各位同学发现一个叫做客观，一个叫主观哦，主观叙事文就是客观叙述文的正好的相反哦。那在主观叙事文之中呢，你会加入自己的意见，然后你要试图的去影响你的读者。
All right, so now let's learn more about subjective essays and objective essays by reading the two essays in our writing model.
好，我们现在呢来看一下两段这个写作范例哦。那我们借由写作范例来了解一下这两种文体的差异。
All right, we are going to start now with our objective essay.
好，我们首先从所谓的客观叙事文开始。
Katie Ross was injured in a hit-and-run accident at the intersection of Main Street and First Avenue at 9:30 a.m. on February 18, 2006. Mr. Ronald Smith was a witness to the accident.
在2006年2月18号早上9点30分 ，Katie Ross 在 Main Street 和 First Avenue 的交叉口发生车祸受伤，肇事者逃逸了。Mr. Ronald Smith 是这场意外的目击证人。
Mr. Smith was at the southwest corner of Main Street and First Avenue at 9:30 in the morning.
根据目击者 Mr. Ronald Smith 指出，早上9点30分的时候，他正好位在西南方的路口。
When the light changed, Mr. Smith saw a woman, Katie Ross, proceed north across Main Street. At the same time, a black sports car, heading north at approximately 45 miles per hour, made a right turn from First Avenue onto Main Street.
当灯号改变时，他看到 Katie Ross 穿越 Main Street 朝北方前进。就在此时，一台黑色休旅车朝着北方以时速约莫45英里的速度行驶，在 First Avenue 路口右转，行驶到 Main Street。
The car did not yield to the pedestrian and struck her. After striking the pedestrian, the car continued east on Main Street at an even higher rate of speed.
车子没有礼让行人，而撞上了正在行走的 Katie Ross。在撞上路人之后，肇事的车辆快速地朝北方开走。
Mr. Smith stated that the car was a BMW. He believes the car was a late model 300 series BMW. Its license plate began with the letters BIC.
Mr. Smith 指出，这台肇事车辆应该是 BMW 300系列的新款式，车号的开头字母是 BIC。
Mr. Smith believes that the driver was a white male in his late 20s to early 30s with long brown hair and a thick beard and mustache. Mr. Smith heard loud opera music playing from the car.
Mr. Smith 相信驾驶应该是一位白人男性，大约20多近30多岁，蓄有棕色的长发以及浓密的胡须。Mr. Smith 还听见肇事的车辆中正在大声地播放歌剧的音乐。
Right, now let's read a subjective version of this same event.
好，我们现在来看看，如果把这篇文章做主观的描述，会是怎么样呢？
I saw the most terrible accident yesterday morning. I was going towards the corner of First and Main. I was going to buy some donuts at the nice little bakery on Main Street.
昨天早上，我目睹了一件超可怕的车祸。当时我正朝着 First Avenue 跟 Main Street 的方向走去，准备到 Main Street 上面一间很好吃的面包店买甜甜圈。
I saw a young lady start across Main Street as soon as the light turned green. She looked like a college kid since she was wearing an army camouflage jacket and she had a big backpack and headphones on.
我看到一个年轻的小姐，绿灯一亮就朝着跨越 Main Street 的斑马线走过去。她看起来大概是一个大学生，穿着迷彩夹克，背着一个大背包，还戴着耳机。
When she was about a quarter of the way across the street, a fancy black sports car came zooming up the road. You could hear opera music blaring from its speakers as it got closer.
当他已经走到马路大约1/4的距离时，有一辆很新潮的黑色休旅车疾驶过来，路人都可以听见那台车上的喇叭正大声播放着刺耳的音乐歌剧声。
When it reached the intersection, it did not slow down at all, but just went swerving around the corner. It ran right into the kid crossing the street.
当他开到交叉路口的时候，不但没有减速，反而紧急转弯，不偏不倚地撞上了正在过马路的那个女孩。
It was terrible. She went flying in the air with her backpack going one way and her headphones flying another way.
真是太可怕了！她被撞飞到半空中，背包和耳机各自朝不同的方向飞开。
The car slowed down for just a second, and I saw an ugly-looking man with long brown hair and a big bushy beard peer out of the window.
那台车只停滞了大概几秒钟吧，我看见一个长相很丑陋的人从车窗中探出来，他留着一头棕色的长发，还有一把毛茸茸的大胡子。
He looked like a pirate that was driving a BMW instead of sailing a pirate ship. He saw the woman lying on the road, and then he just sped off even faster than before.
他看起来就像是海盗一样，只不过是个开着 BMW 的海盗，而不是开着海盗船。他看到那女孩倒在马路上，然后他居然加速发动车辆，以比刚才更快的速度把车开走了。
All right, let's take a break now. We will compare these two essays when we come back.
我们先休息一下，待会回来我们再来比较这两篇文章。
Welcome back. Now we are going to compare the objective and subjective features of the two essays by working through the writing analysis exercises that you can find on page 135 and 136 of your textbook.
欢迎各位同学，我们现在呢要继续接着去比较这两种文体哦，就是客观跟主观的叙事文的文体。那我们会借由在课本第135页及136页这边讲到的写作分析练习题哦，来帮助各位同学做比较。
The first thing that we'll compare is how the two essays write about the victim. And so here are some sentences from Model 1 about the victim.
好，我们首先第一个要来比较的呢是这两篇文章如何去描述这里面的受害者。那我们接下来看到的句子是从范文1之中就节选出来关于描述受害者的部分。
All right. In the objective version, we can see that specific names are given.
好，在这个客观的描述之中我们会发现它有给了这个精确的名字的部分。
So here you can see at the beginning of the essay, it uses the specific name Katie Ross.
好，你就可以看到在这个客观描述的版本里面呢，它有把名字说出来，叫做 Katie Ross。
We can also see that Katie Ross is referred to in very generic terms later on, such as a woman or the pedestrian.
好，我们会发现呢，在接下来的句子之中当我们要再次提到 Katie Ross 的时候呢，我们会使用一些笼统的词，像是 woman 或者是 pedestrian。
And then the objective version also refers to the witness, and it has his specific name, Mr. Smith.
我们也会发现呢，在这里也有提到这位目击证人的名字他叫做 Mr. Smith。
Now let's take a look at some sentences from the subjective version of the essay.
好，那我们接下来再来看看主观描述里面是怎么样去叙述受害者的。
And so this version, the subjective version, has more opinions and guesses in it.
我们会发现在这个主观描述的版本里面，它有穿插了比较多的意见以及猜测。
And so here we don't have a name, but we just have the word young lady. We also have woman and college kid. And we don't know that she's actually a college kid, but this is what the writer said.
好，我们会发现呢，在主观叙述的文章之中，他提到受害者的时候，使用的是像是说她是一个年轻的女孩，或是一个像大学生一样的女孩来描述她。那我们并不知道她是否真的是一个大学生，但这是作者他自己的一个猜测。
All right, so now let's go on and compare how the two essays write about the location of the event.
好，我们接下来要探讨的是这两篇文章怎么样去描述发生的场景。
Right, the objective version gives a precise location and time.
我们会发现，在客观的叙事文的版本中，它明白地指出了发生的地点以及时间。
It states that the accident occurred at the intersection of Main Street and First Avenue at 9:30 a.m. on February 18, 2006.
它这里很明确地指出这个车祸事件是发生在 Main Street 和 First Avenue 的交叉口，而且时间是在2006年2月18号早上9点30分。
Right, this version also tells the direction that the pedestrian and the driver were moving, and it also tells the exact corner that the witness was standing on.
同时，这个版本还明白地指出来这个路人以及驾驶者他所行动的一个方向。那他也明确地指出目击证人所站的这个角落。
All right, so now let's take a look at the subjective version of the location.
好，我们来看一看这个关于主观描述的部分。
In the subjective version, it's much less precise.
好，我们会发现呢，主观描述的这个版本呢，它比较没有这么的精确。
And we can see that there's a lot of colorful information that's not directly related to the situation, such as the information about the bakery.
我们会发现，在这篇主观叙述文之中呢，有很多精彩的一些讯息，但却不是直接和这件事相关的。比如说，像他提到了这个很好吃的面包店，这就和车祸事件并没有直接相关。
Right, and the subjective version also just says that Katie is crossing the street without telling which direction she is moving.
同时，在这个版本里面，他只讲到说 Katie 她是穿越马路并没有去提到她到底是走哪一个方向。
Right, now we're going to go and look at some sentences that describe the car.
下一个呢，我们来讨论一下这两篇文章是怎么样去描述肇事车辆的。
The objective version gives clearer information about the type of car and its license plate number.
在客观描述的版本里面呢，他把这个车种以及车牌号码给了一个非常明确的资讯。
Right, now let's take a look at the subjective version. We see that the subjective version has some information about the type of car, but it's not stated as explicitly.
好，那如果我们来看一看主观描述的版本呢，我们会发现它同样也有提到关于这台车的车种的资讯但是它并非很精确、很直接的提出来。
So in the objective version, the fact that the car is a BMW is explicitly stated, but in the subjective version, you still find this information out, but the author is more concerned about describing how the driver looked like a pirate.
我们会发现呢，在客观描述的版本里面，它明确的而且明白、直接的指出这台车是 BMW 的车种。但是到了主观描述的版本里面，你会发现你可以得到这些资讯，但是作者他的主要描述的重点，其实是在于这台开车的这个驾驶是看起来有多么像一个海盗。
All right, so now let's take a look at some sentences that describe how the car was driven.
好，接下来来看看一些句子，这是怎么样去描述这台车行驶的方式的。
The objective version of the event tries to give very precise information about the accident. It gives a precise speed of the car, such as 45 miles per hour, and it just explains what happens in basic terms, such as the car made a right turn.
好，我们会发现呢，在客观描述的版本里面它使用一些非常精确的词语来叙述这些关于车辆行驶方式的一些事件包括了像是车辆的车速是45英里每个小时那我们也知道说，它也解释了一些基本的开车的方式用一些基本的词语，像是右转、左转之类的。
All right, now let's take a look at the subjective version. Right, in this version, we have words like zooming, blaring, swerving. This creates a very negative impression of how the driver is driving the car.
好，那我们再看到主观描述的这个版本我们会发现呢，它这里使用了一些字词，像是 zooming 代表疾驶过来那 blurring 代表的是发出很刺耳的声音或者是像是 swerving 这是急转弯的意思使用这些字去强调这个驾驶者他的行为有一些比较负面的印象。
All right, now let's go on and take a look at how the accident, how these accident is described.
好，那我们接下来再来看看我们来比较一下这两个文章怎么样去描述这个车祸意外的发生。
All right, so when we look at the objective version, it tries to tell the speed and the direction the car is moving as clearly as possible.
好，我们会看到呢，在客观描述的部分它很清楚、很明确的交代了车的速度以及它车行驶的方向。
Right, so now let's take a look at how the subjective version is different. Right, in the subjective version, we see that they're trying to create an image of how terrible the accident is. And so it tells, for example, what happens to the victim and how the victim is flying in the air and how badly the driver acted by looking out and then driving away.
但是我们如果看到主观描述的版本呢，我们会发现它主要的目标是在去尝试创造一个景象告诉我们说这个车祸的状况有多么的可怕。那他告诉我们说，受害者飞到半空中还告诉我们说，这个非常糟糕的这个驾驶他是只探头出来看一看，然后就加速的逃逸了。
Right, now finally, let's go on and compare the descriptions of the driver.
最后呢，我们来看一下关于对于驾驶者的描述。
All right, so let's start with the objective version. And here we can see that there are very clear facts about the driver's age and appearance.
我们会发现呢，在客观描述的版本里面，它很清楚地告诉你这个驾驶者他的年龄以及长相。
Right, but when we look at the subjective version, we see that it tries to create a negative image, negative impression of the driver by including the witness's opinion about the driver. We see that there are words like ugly looking and looked like a pirate.
好，我们会发现到了主观描述的版本里面呢，作者试图要去强调这个驾驶者他比较负面的形象，像是作者有提到说，他觉得这个驾驶者是很 ugly、很丑陋的，而且呢 ，look like a pirate， 看起来就像是个海盗一样。
Right. Another thing about the subjective version is that it acts like it knows what the driver is thinking, and so the witness says he saw the woman lying in the road to create an even more negative opinion of the driver.
同时，我们会发现呢，他还故意去创造一些这个驾驶者可能会使用的状况哦，比如说他提到说驾驶者往外看看到这个女人倒在路中央他写出这样的话语来强调这个更加负面的关于这个驾驶者的一些形象。
Right. So now, in summary, we can see that the objective version sticks to using clear facts, but in the subjective version, we add many adjectives to the descriptions to create a negative impression of the driver.
好，那我们总结来讲呢，我们会发现，在客观描述的版本里面，它把所有的事实以一种客观的方式，很清楚的去呈现。那但是到了主观的版本里面呢，它会使用非常多的形容词或是一些叙述，去强调这种负面的形象。
All right, let's take a little bit of a break now. We'll be back in a moment.
好，我们先休息一下，待会再回来。
Welcome back. In this section, you're going to write your own report about a suspicious activity. And so you're going to watch a video clip, and then after that, you're going to act as a witness and write a report about what you saw.
欢迎回来。接下来呢，我们要试着开始去写自己的短文了。那请各位同学要来描述一个可疑的行为，然后根据这可疑的行为呢，来写一篇文章。你等一下会看到一段这个影片哦。那看完之后呢，请你假装自己就是这位目击者，来描述这个可疑的行为。
Right now, as you answer or as you watch the video, you should answer the questions in the writing activity.
好，那当我们在看影片的时候呢，请同学同时来做在课本上写作练习的部分把问题回答出来。
All right, so let's go over these questions now. First, we have some questions about the setting.
好，首先呢，我们先来看看这边的问题关于场景的问题。
All right, the first question is, where did the event take place?
这件事在哪里发生的？
When did it take place?
何时发生的呢？
What important item at the location needs to be described?
发生的地点有什么重要的特征需要描述呢？
Next, we can answer some questions about the character.
接下来是关于人物的描述。
Who was involved?
有谁参与呢？
What were their names?
参与者的名字是什么呢？
What did the suspicious character look like?
这个可疑人物长相是什么样子呢？
All right, you should also take some notes about the story.
好，接下来你要做的是要去讨论关于故事的部分。
So you should list the events that happened in the order that they occurred.
你必须把这事件发生的经过照顺序去列出来。
Finally, if there's anything else that you observed, you can put down some general ideas.
好，如果呢在过程中你有发现任何事情那你可以把它写下来。
So you can answer these questions. What needs to be described in more detail, and what can be described superficially?
那你可以回答以下这个问题：有哪些事件是需要进一步的描述？那又有哪些部分只需要一笔带过就可以的呢？
All right, so now let's go and watch a video about this suspicious activity.
好，我们接下来看这段影片哦。
Hi, can I help you?
Oh, yes, I just saw the strangest thing happen. I was down at the park, I was looking for my cat, and then this car drove in, and this woman got out of the car, and she had a gun, and she took the gun into her pants, and then the river
Wait a moment. Slow down. I had better fill out a report about this. Now, what is your name?
My name is Michael Chang.
Where did this happen?
Up the road at the Riverside Park.
When did this happen?
Just a few minutes ago, at about 1 o'clock.
Why were you in the park at 1 a.m.?
I was looking for my cat. I heard a typhoon was coming, so I wanted to get my cat back home.
Okay, I see. So now, what did you see?
I was looking for my cat when I saw a car drive by.
What kind of car was it?
It was a Festiva. It was about 10 years old.
What color was the car?
White.
Did you see the license plate number of the car?
No, I'm sorry. I didn't see the license plate number.
What happened next?
The car stopped by the river and a woman got out. I saw her stick a gun into the front of her pants.
What did the woman look like?
It's hard to say. She was wearing a baseball cap, so I couldn't see her face very well.
Okay, how tall was she?
She was above average height, probably less than 170 centimeters.
170 centimeters. What was her figure like?
She was slim with a nice figure.
Could you see her hair?
Yes, she had long, straight hair, and it was coming out from the back of her baseball cap.
How was she dressed?
She was dressed all in black. Black shirt, black pants, black leather jacket, black cap, and black gloves.
Did you notice any other special features about her?
Yes, I think she had an earring in her right ear.
What did she do after she got out of the car?
She looked around and then she reached into the car to open the trunk.
Okay, she reached into the car and opened the trunk. What did she do next?
Then she walked around to the back of the car and she pulled a large brown sack out of the trunk. It looked like it was very heavy.
How big was the sack?
Oh, quite big. Big enough to put a man inside.
Then what did she do?
She dragged the sack to the side of the river and then she pushed it in. And then she took off her gloves and threw them into the trunk of the car.
What did she do after she threw her gloves into the trunk?
She got in her car and she drove away.
That sounds very suspicious. I'll send someone to check it out right away. Thank you for your help.
You're welcome. All right, thanks for joining us this week for English Composition. We'll be back again next week.
谢谢各位的同学的参与，我们下礼拜再见。